Welcome to Traction Control. Today we're going to be talking about a different genre of cars. The weather is nice and hot. Speaking about hot, today's car is going to be a hot hatch. Today we're going to be test driving the Golf R 2017 MK 7.5. But first, safety. Here we go. This 2017 Golf R is the 7th generation of the Golf that was first produced in the year 1974. Oh yes, 74. The Golf model out of the Volkswagen range is the second popular car in the world, selling millions of this car. So you can know how important this model is to the car industry and how popular it is with the people who drive Golfs. I fell in love with the previous generation, the MK5. Remember those with the 5-cylinder, 6-cylinder engines? Everybody was dying to have one and showing off that he had the V5 or the 6-cylinder Golf. This model, the 2017, designated MK 7.5, is the latest offering from Volkswagen. This car has a 4-cylinder 2.0 turbo engine, horsepower 310, but unfortunately we're considered one of those hot countries, so Volkswagen detuned the engine to 290, 10 more than the Golf GTI. This car comes with the 4Motion system, the 5th generation, where the car has 4-wheel drive when needed, and in normal mode like cruising around like what I'm doing right now, the back axle is decoupled and the front wheel drive system is working to save fuel. This car comes with a 7-speed DSG gearbox, which is direct shift gearbox, Volkswagen's double clutch system. Shifting done instantly. You play with the pedals and shifter just goes up in a split of a second. 0 to 100 in this car, well, it's 5 seconds. But a lot of people who tested the Golf R managed to bring the numbers down to 4.7, 4.6, or even 4.5, which is great for this car. Drive-wise, the car is smooth, nice, and it comes with dynamic chassis control, which gives you 3 options. You've got the Eco, you've got Normal, and you've got Race. Once the car is in Eco, the throttle response is very low, engine power is reduced, and the suspension is softened up to give you the relaxed, nice, easy drive. Normal, the suspension is a bit stiffened, engine response is more, throttle response increases, but once you press Race, the car changes instantly, and you can even hear it. Let's try it now. We're doing normal mode now. Race. Shifts down. The sounds of the car changes as well. Response. Wow, great. Love it. And the noise in the back once the car is in race mode is absolutely great. You can hear it in the back. Engine braking done smoothly. And because this car is a 4Motion, you can just jump out of the corners so fast. In the GTI, the system in the front drive distribute the power depending on the need. In this car, you can have up to 50% of the power shifted to the back to give you the maximize exit from any points you'd like or power in the back. The handling of the car is absolutely great. The steering response in a very sharp way, and you can adjust it by going to the different modes of drive. You can use the option of having it in race mode, which stiffen up the steering. You can feel every turn, or you can go for normal where the steering is loose and nice. Other than that, this car looks normal, hence the term sleeper. But for people who don't know the Golf R, they'd be surprised with the amount of power this car can produce. You might be wondering, how practical is this car? Well, very. You can have 5 people sitting in this car, 3 in the back, 2 in the front. You've got enough cargo space. Fuel economy and efficiency. This car can produce 15.3 kilometers per liter of fuel, and it's rated one of the best by the GCC rating system. So you can have fun with this car. You can enjoy it. It's practical. You can go shopping. You can have your kids in the back. And the most important thing, like I said, this car is a sleeper. It looks normal. It acts normal, but with a press of a button, it changes. Going to race mode right now. Sound change. The car is ready to engage, and goes. Acceleration of this car is crazy. And of course, having 4Motion is a plus as well. You can take it to the track, have fun, enjoy it. Launch control is available. Very simple. You just disengage the traction control, foot on the brake, foot on the throttle, rev it up, release, and you're off. 0 to 100, 4.7, 4.8. Plus, it's fuel efficient. Now we come to the exterior of the Golf R. Starting off with the back, you can see the revised LED lamps in the back. You've got the nice R badge, and you've got the quad exhaust down. This car can come with the Acro Povich exhaust system, but unfortunately this one is the normal one. The other one is about 7 kilograms less, and it gives you a nicer sound and feel when you're driving. Coming to the side, you can see the normal Golf chassis exterior. You got the 18-inch R rims. Coming to the side, you've got the nice chromed side mirrors, the R badge, and you've got a nice R caliper as well in silver. Like I said, this car has a silver theme, not like the GTI. The GTI has red. This is more settled, quieter, sleeper type, silver chrome lining. Coming to the front, you can see the updated LED lamps in front and the nice chrome lines going through to the light. And finally, coming to the front end, where we've got more intake for the air, and you can notice that the shape of the intake it's like a grumpy man, where the GTI is a bit smiley and happy. So this car looks normal, but underneath the hood we've got the 2.0 turbo engine that produces 290 horsepower, which makes this car a pretty fast one. Not forgetting that this car as well is a 4Motion. And now it's time to see the interior of the Golf R, and like you can see, it's quite different than its little sister, the GTI. There is no red lines like the GTI has red lines all across the dashboard and the instrument panel. The Golf R comes with a nice silver and blue lining. You can see the blue lining in the instrument panel and the center console, and you've got the silver everywhere. Coming to the center console, you can see the new virtual cockpit that Volkswagen introduced in this facelifted Mark 7.5 MK 7.5 Golf R. You can have many options, very simple, touch of a button. You've got your telephone, your vehicle status. You can even have a lap timer to measure your lap. You've got your normal driving data, assist system, and views of the dashboard. You can change the cluster. You can have it with the consumption and range, fuel. You can have it on efficiency as well to see how efficient your driving is, because the Golf always promote blue driving, which is efficiency in driving. Coming to the middle of the dashboard, you can see the infotainment system. Currently it's on car setting. You've got your G meter, your power of turbo, and the torque. Go to the option as well. You've got your convenience consumer, where you have the consumption, air conditioning level. Then go to the stat of the car. It gives you exactly the average mileage and fuel consumption. And you've got the blue trainer. This is what I was talking about. It gives you, it calculates how blue your driving is. If you want to know more, you go to the think, and it gives you tips on how to save fuel. You've got changing up early and fill up later, just let it roll, and you've got all the details inside, which is a nice thing, tips from Volkswagen to give you about how to drive with fuel efficiency. You've got your typical radio, phone, voice command, and of course you've got as well the application, which is the newest system that car manufacturers are introducing their cars. You've got the Android Auto, you've got Apple CarPlay, and of course you've got the Mirror Link. All you need to do is just connect a USB to your phone and you're connected. Coming down, you've got your AC controls, which are normal. You've got your dials, temperature. It's very simple, straightforward inside. And coming down you've got the DSG, the direct shift gearbox. You've got your normal P, R, N, and D/S. If you'd like to go to S mode, all you need to do is just bring it down and it will shift to S. And since you shift it down to S, you can feel the engine revving up, the throttle increases a bit. And of course you've got as well your mood selector. Going to mood selector, which is my favorite option in this car. You've got 4 options. You've got your eco drive, you've got your normal drive, you've got your race drive, which I prefer all the time, and you've got the individual. To know more about the settings of each one, you can go to individual, go to change, and it gives you, you've got your steering option. You want it normal, or race mode, which gets stiffer. Drive, engine wise, you want it normal, eco or race. You've got your air conditioning and you've got your engine sound. You can go to comfort, normal or race. With race, you can hear the nice popping in the back, and the exhaust is more brutal than the normal setting. This Golf R is standard, it's practical. You've got all your information in front of you, easy access. Steering wheel has everything on it. It has the nice R logo, and it's shaped in the racing steering wheel where you have the flat bottom in it. Other than that, you've got your normal sunroof controls, lights, and the screen in the middle. So this car is a practical car, it's a normal car, and at the same time, with the touch of a button, you can engage it to racing mode, which is absolutely great. Price wise, this car matches its price, so you can't see any fancy leathers all over the place. Normal plastic dashboard, nice leather interior, which is good depending on the price of the car. So here we had our review of today, the Golf R. Well, the weather is hot, it's time for me to say goodbye. See you next time on Traction Control, and let me enjoy my hot hatch.